Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense will go to work first. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule and not make those mistakes. And guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Let's take a minute here to look at the big picture for Kentucky. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So Mississippi State's offense will take the field for the first time. And guys, we talk about how tight ends are a quarterback's best friend. Boy, this guy may take friendship to a whole nother level.
Yeah, it's so nice to have a guy that the size, the athletic ability, and here's why it's always so good. Jesse, what do you want to do, man? Put a linebacker on him, put a safety on him. Nowadays, these guys can win, and it just really makes offense so much easier to run, and it goes pretty smoothly.
Yeah, you're right. This guy is a matchup nightmare. It seems like every week defensive coordinators go in and they don't respect his athleticism, and it ends up burning them. They're going to find out the hard way today. If they try to play him and match him up with linebackers and safeties, this dude makes defenses look silly.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10.
Let's go!
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
man, how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense, getting penetration, everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy in front.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit, and I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Looked as if they might have that screen really set up, but he'll be stopped short of the marker. It's for
QB. I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch, who's really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the fourth down.
Let's see if they've got a winner dialed up on 4th and long from the 50. Tries to get it on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
You know, I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down, too, because at this distance, it's definitely not a gimme field goal, right? So your best chances of scoring points and paying this drive off are to go for it on that 4th down, and of course they go out and get it.
Wants to go up top on first down. Zings it complete to the right. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Fitted in the window for the score.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Finds the tight end. Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able...
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And how about the inside linebacker flying through there? You see those guys come up, and you see how fast they can come up and fit the run. But how about blitzing the quarterback, getting to the quarterback, getting the big sack?
And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the gun, the running back has it. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They get to him as he throws. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
This QB already in the first quarter has taken some serious punishment. Got sacked a bunch, got hit a bunch. He's been targeted a lot. This offense needs to find some answers before we're going to be looking at his backup playing some serious snaps.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job on the defender.
Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It'll be 3rd and long. Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And that lead grows even bigger.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him struggle through the uprights.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Some misdirection with the counter. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So after the break, they'll go back to work. To the ground, he's got it again. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Rushes on him. Flips it out on the screen. Turning it on. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. Brought down at the 20-yard line after after ripping off the big play.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Smashes through the tackle. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky! Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Toledo is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Bruce Gradkowski should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by just 4 to Western Michigan. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking downfield on first down. And as he throws, incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Finding an escape route. There he goes. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next one.
He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
It's complete on the right side. He'll walk and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
And clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And this is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back-to-back catches. The defense has no answer for him. I would keep force-feeding him the football because he's catching fire right now.
They'll send the back in motion. Takes the easy one to the back. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run play action. It's complete to the right. All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down, first down, first down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense, they just can't find any answers.
To the air on first down. He's got it. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll go to the ground. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
And the Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Got his man on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Using his legs to buy some time. And into the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Are you kidding me? I mean, that's really good defense to take away the pass and take away the big play, but the quarterback just makes absolutely something out of nothing. Scrambles around, finds a way to get in for the touchdown.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover. And the offense falls.
Kentucky sent out the punting unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They're going to throw it to start the drive. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
That's a decision the quarterback would love to have back. Down here in this area of the field in the red zone, these windows, they... so quickly. Everything just has to be done a little bit faster. You got to be so much more precise, and as a result of being late on the throw, they turn it over in the red zone.
To the ground with the back. Powers through the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Wants to fire on second down. He'll take the deep shot. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Moving away from pressure. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. He has a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Got his man.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave them. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Finds his man. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. The Bulldogs come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete. They bring the punter onto the field now. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of...
He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. You can't wait for this game to be over.
Pressure coming. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Catch in the middle. It's Golden. He'll be stopped short at the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Kentucky will be forced to punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Starkville. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Davis Wade Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Looking downfield on first down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Well, a big key for this defense coming into this game was could they impact this guy when he drops back to pass? We all know he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in all of college football. And they weren't sure, honestly, if they were even going to be able to get him to the ground. They just wanted him to get rid of the football earlier than he needed to. But that time, in the second half, they come away with their first sack of the game, and that is going to be a big shot in the arm for this defense.
Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Fires to the big fella. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Offense gets set for second down.
Ready.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Under fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. Caught behind the line. It's Golden. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team.
And that's why, as a defense, you want to set up third and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football, and they're able to make a tackle.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him.
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Now facing a 3rd and long. On the option. He'll pitch it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
Man, really good decision-making by this offense on 3rd down. Understanding, running the option to perfection, getting it to the pitch man, and he gets the first down and some extra yards.
They'll ride the hot hand. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He might want another play. Toss sweep to the right. Got enough for the first down. It's a fumble. Oh, just like they threw it up. Put it on the ground ball on top of it, still get the first down. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. They run the reverse. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
What great discipline showed by the defense. When your job's contained, you're supposed to contain the football, not let your eyes deceive you. Ball starts to go away. Your job is to still contain the backside. Great job staying disciplined. Great win for the defense.
They send the tight end in motion. Quick release on the RPO. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Mississippi State rings the cowbell in the red zone. Now the play fake. Right on the money. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
I love the awareness by the defense here. Everyone thinking 1st down close to the goal line. The offense is going to run the football, right? But this defense was ready for the chance that the offense might throw it. So defenders playing the pass and getting upfield, getting to the QB. Awesome job.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, what a game this guy has been having, living in the opponent's backfield. Already has 2 sacks in the game, and now he gets a TFL. He is so athletic, so quick twitch, so slippery, they just can't block him.
Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. Going right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Offense in a bunch formation. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks? That's just ridiculous.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He lobs one high down the left side. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Breaks into the open. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Marshall. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Makes the grab. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you can tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
And the Bulldogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Use the play fake, down to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Touchdown, Bulldog. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. He's looking to pass. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. And this quarterback really needs to come out of his funk right now. The passing game's really been ineffective. They just haven't been able to generate explosive plays. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This poor quarterback has been running for his life. He has never been able to get his feet set, stare downfield, and try and pick this defense apart because he's constantly throwing the pressure in his face.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Another sack. This quarterback grew. Not this quarterback, this one, because you're already on quarterback number 2. Taking a lot of hits today. Got to keep these guys upright. Got to protect them. This offensive line has to do a better job.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's got it down the right side. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
The throw to the outside is complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Wildcats have their offense in high gear. Out of the gun to give to the back. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down. That first down. Quick completion to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Kentucky going quickly. Looking to throw, it's Clark. Here's a heat. It's broken up and almost intercepted on that shot to the end zone. It'll be 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Stealing a score on special teams. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. To the air on 1st down. Working the middle, it's complete. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He's going to let it go. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Clark. It's complete to the left. They'll wrestle it down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Wildcats are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quickly complete. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long. Early.
And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Fakes the grab. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. They make the stop, but how about the shot this sophomore quarterback took as he delivered the ball? On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you can try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in the scoreboard. And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Now on 2nd down. Looking for a gap. It's Marshall. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. Just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.